Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Views and News Channel. We conducted online research and observed a rising demand for the reunification of Bangladesh, India, and Pakistan. Surprisingly, even many Pakistanis, who were once firm believers in the partition of India and praised Muhammad Ali Jinnah, the first Governor-General appointed by the British, are now expressing opposition to the division. They are beginning to realize that Pakistan was a British creation and have various other reasons for their change in perspective. Our findings reveal that the concept of reunification has gained momentum, with individuals across the Indian subcontinent expressing support and discussing the repercussions of the 1947 partition. Well-known scholar and historian Nasim Yousaf, who initiated his research in the USA in 1996, has been a leading voice and was the first to attribute the partition to a British strategic plan in his published works. According to him, the reasons include weakening United India from emerging as a superpower, dividing Muslims, preventing the spread of communism by creating a buffer state named Pakistan, and exploiting hostility between the two countries for the sale of arms and technology. Mr. Yousaf argued that peace in the region cannot come by justifying the partition or highlighting Jinnah and Gandhi's opposition to each other's political stances. Instead, he emphasized the importance of revealing the truth behind why and how India was divided. The lingering, devastating effects of the partition persist, prompting Mr. Yousaf to advocate for peace and unity through his academic paper, Pakistan and India, The Case for Unification, presented at Cornell University's New York Conference on Asian Studies in October 2009. Subsequently, the establishment of the Indian Reunification Association by former Supreme Court Justice Markandey Katju represents a significant stride in the reunification cause, an admirable initiative by Justice Katju. Our research also unveiled the perspectives of Professor Dr. Haripada Roychudhuri about Mr. Yousaf. In his book, the professor wrote, and I quote, "Pakistani historian Nasim Yousaf, the grandson of Allama Mashriqi, has championed Indian reunification and presented the idea at the New York Conference on Asian Studies on the 9th of October 2009 at Cornell University, where Yousaf stated that the partition of India was resulted for the interests of the British so that United India never emerges as a country of world power. Yousaf holds that Muhammad Ali Jinnah had been misleading the Muslim community in order to go down in history as the savior of the Muslim cause and to become founder and first Governor-General of Pakistan. He further wrote, Allama Mashriqi saw Jinnah as becoming a tool in British hands for his political career. Furthermore, the Views and News Channel discovered two Wikipedia articles titled Indian Reunification and Opposition to the Partition of India, citing Mr. Yousaf as a prominent advocate and recording him as the one who championed Indian reunification. Moreover, Pakistani and Indians are wanting reunification. For example, figures from Pakistan, Lieutenant General Asad Durrani, Lal Khan, and Inam Dar, have advocated for reunification. Similarly, from India, a group of 200 Islamic clerics in India issued a statement calling for the reunification of India. Meanwhile, the Mumbai president of the Nationalist Congress Party, Nawab Malik, stated in 2020 that his party advocates for the merger of India, Pakistan, and Bangladesh. Raj Gaunkar, an engineer in his piece titled, Once India and Pakistan Were United, Why Not Again?, referenced Mr. Yousaf's paper, Pakistan and India, The Case for Unification. Additionally, journalist Kingsley Martin notes that Hindu groups aspire to achieve an undivided Indian subcontinent, envisioning reunification. Professors Arvind Sharma, Harvey Cox, Manzoor Ahmad, and Rajendra Singh criticized the partition in Time to Undo Damage of Indian Partition, published in the New York Times. In a survey conducted by the Center for Voting Opinion and Trends in Election Research, 44% of Indians expressed support for reunification with Pakistan. In the UK, in 2018, a public debate at the Oxford Union Society on the issue concluded with the statement, "This House regrets the partition of India." Expanding beyond academic and survey contexts, social media has evolved into a platform for widespread advocacy. As of January 17, 2024, the Facebook page titled Indian Reunification Association, has an impressive 211,000 followers and 74,000 likes. On the same date, the associated Facebook group dedicated to Indian reunification has surpassed 9,000 members. The association also maintains a Twitter presence with thousands of followers. This online presence signifies a growing interest and engagement in the idea of undoing the partition, indicating that the conversation around reunification is not confined to scholarly discourse, but extends to a broader, more public sphere. The change in opinion to reunite India also reflects the vision of Allama Mashriqi and others who opposed the partition. Additionally, the ground realities and continued tension between Pakistan and India, along with the separation of East Pakistan in 1971 and the emergence of Bangladesh, are enough to comprehend that Mashriqi was right in advocating for the unity of India. Wikipedia articles titled Indian Reunification and Opposition to the Partition of India highlight that Allama Mashriqi opposed the partition of India. His stance was rooted in the belief that Muslims and Hindus, having coexisted peacefully in India for centuries, could continue to do so in a free and united India. Mr. Nasim Yousaf's efforts extend beyond the New York Conference paper, reaching back to 1996 when he initiated research into the truth about the partition. Since then, he has made substantial contributions to diminish animosity and advocate for unification by unveiling hidden facts. This encompasses the authorship of numerous books, sharing his thoughts online, and writing articles published in various countries. Let's now explore these contributions one by one, as they represent a few of his notable works. I will read them one by one. First, Lessons from India's Partition. Second, India's Partition in the Face of Opposition, an Unveiled Perspective. Third, Allama Mashriqi's daughter, Masuda Yousaf, a woman who knew the truth about India's partition. Fourth, Justification of Partition of India breeds hatred and terrorism. Fifth, are the history books telling the truth about Mashriqi, Jinnah, and Gandhi? Sixth, Allama Mashriqi and the unity of mankind. Seventh, man at war with his own species. In 2023, he released a documentary titled The Road to Freedom and authored an article named The British Chessboard, Jinnah, Gandhi, and the Strategic Divide of India. We urge everyone to watch the documentary and read the articles. These works are available on YouTube, Facebook, and other social media platforms. Before concluding the video, it is essential to acknowledge scholar Nasim Yousaf, who deserves immense credit for being the first to propose the reunification of India and Pakistan after the 1947 partition. When he presented this groundbreaking idea at a prominent academic conference in 2009, reunification had been absent from academic discourse since 1947. The credit for the formation of the Indian Reunification Association and the substantial support it has garnered goes to Justice Markandey Katju and his team. With the continued efforts of Mr. Yousaf Katju and his team, there is hope that one day the idea of the unification of the three countries will become a reality. If realized, people could live in peace, as they did before animosity was spread in the Indian subcontinent by the British rulers for their own selfish ends. Thank you for listening.